Hi guys, it's Christina Mascari of Pretty Distressed, and in today's video I'm doing one of my favorite things. I have hauled the thrift store for a bunch of finds and I'm gonna make them over, so these thrift flips start right now. We are gonna have some fun today. I went shopping at the thrift store and I found some budget home decor finds that I'm gonna make over. I spent $57 in total for all these items, and we're gonna go through them one by one. In my budget makeovers today, I'm going to show you how to get a designer look for less. So we're doing designer dupes, and I'm starting with one of my favorites, baskets. They're always really easy to find at the thrift store, and I'm going to make it look like this Pottery Barn color. The Pottery Barn ones retail for around $126. We're gonna do it for much cheaper today. My video today is sponsored by my friends at Wagner. I'm gonna be using their sprayer to do these designer dupes, and I'm just starting off by setting up my medium spray tent. This is gonna protect my area while I'm spraying, and look how easy it is to set up. And I'm also using my large spray shelter that I use for furniture a lot because I already had it set up. And I'm gonna be using my Wagner Flexio 3500 on all these flips. You guys see this on my channel a lot. You have an air control flow at the top and you have a material flow on the trigger as well. So lots of ways to get the perfect spray for your paint. I'm using an all-in-one paint today on my items, so it's going to have a little bit of a durable top coat on top of here. I use chalk style paints when I'm doing craft flips like this as well, so just whatever you have on hand. I have tons of furniture paint obviously, so that's what I'm going to be using today. And this particular paint I like to thin out a little bit when I'm using this detailed nozzle. This is the nozzle that I use on all my furniture makeovers, and it's going to give you a nice fine finish. So I've set up a little table in my medium spray shelter, and I have the Wagner turntable here, which I love for small decor items like this because it makes it really easy to paint around every surface. I like to put a little craft paper down just to make the cleanup really easy for my turntable. And I'm turning my gun on, testing it out, and I'm just gonna spray this basket with a nice beige undercoat to get that Pottery Barn natural look we're going for. A sprayer is not just a good investment for my furniture, but I love using it for small decor items like this versus buying those paint spray cans from the hardware store. Those are really messy and have tons of overspray, and as they dry, the VOC level is so high on those. So I love that I can use my Wagner and use all the different craft paints that I have, and it's low VOC, so I don't have all those fumes in the air after I'm done spraying. Once I finished up with this first basket that I have for like a plant or something, I also found a really cute tray that had a nice shape, and it was only $1.99. So I'm going to do the same finish on here. Using a paint sprayer is a lot easier than you think once you figure out where you want your settings on your gun. You just want to remember to overlap your spraying by 50%, and that you want to be about 6 to 8 inches away from whatever you're spraying. When I use furniture or craft paints in my gun, I usually water them down by 10%, and then I have my airflow set at 5, and I have my material flow pretty open. Once my baskets were dry, I'm just going to hit them up with a little bit of brown glaze to give them a little bit of interest and detail and make them look more like that natural color Pottery Barn. This is the only time in this video you're going to see me using a paintbrush. I applied the glaze really lightly and then wiped back any sections that I felt like were too dark. I did the same thing on the tray, but this time I used more of a dry brush technique and got most of the glaze off my brush, and then did a light feathering all over the tray. I'm going to show all the afters at the end of the video and everything completely styled together, so make sure you stick around to the end of the video. Lamps are always a great thrift flip idea. I found this one for $8 and it had a really good shape to it, and I want to try to make it look like this $239 Pottery Barn one. And quick tip for you, my cashier actually had a light bulb behind her desk that she let me try out to make sure the lamp worked before I brought it home, and it actually works. To prep all these items, I'm doing the same thing. I'm just using a degreaser cleaner on them, rinsing them with water, and giving them a little bit of a scuff sand. So this is really shiny, and I want it to have more of a ceramic matte look. So I'm grabbing some spackle that I have, some wall spackle. You could also use joint compound if you have that. You could also make pairs of plaster. There's a bunch of different ways that you could do this, but I have this on hand, so I didn't have to spend any extra money on it. And I'm just taking a pair of nitrile gloves, and I'm just spreading this all over the surface really nice and evenly. I love using this pink colored tub because as it dries, it turns white, so you know when it's ready to sand. Once this was dry, I took a fine sandpaper and smoothed it out just so it didn't have any rough edges. Then I'm putting that on the turntable, and I'm using the same beige paint that I just used on my baskets. mine turned out to be really textured, so I ended up distressing it just a little bit with some more sandpaper to have some of that white underneath come out to give it some more depth. And I'm taking this Dixie Dirt in the color Earth. It is a brown color, and I'm just kind of rubbing it all over the surface of the lamp to get in those crevices and again just add more detail. You'll see the final lamp at the end of the video, but let's move on to this next item. It is a magazine rack and it had some cane on it. So I'm going to try to make it look like this look from the Container Store that retails for $60. I couldn't find something exactly like this, but that's why I picked it up because it was so unique. But it has some serious water damage on it, but I did get this for $4.99. So still a really good deal for what I think I can turn it into. I'm just removing these little pegs because these little knobs, they were easy to come off, and I am going to remove all this veneer. It cannot be saved, and underneath it's wood, and once I paint it, the texture underneath here is not going to matter because I'm going to paint this portion black. But right now I'm just getting all of this off, and I'm going to sand this down to prep it for paint. It was really cool that this came right up and I was able to take it over to my bench and just sand off all the rest of the gook on here. Again, this is a different grain than the other side, but once I get the black paint on here, I don't think you'll be able to tell. So I am just smoothing this out with a 120 sandpaper. And I did notice that the bottom had a little bit of wood damage too, where the other veneer was pulling away. So I just stuck some wood glue in here and I'm using a clamp to put that back together. Once that glue was dry, I put the magazine rack back together, I gave it a good cleaning, and then I scuff sanded it to get it ready to paint. I'm going for that two-toned look I showed you earlier, and I don't want to blow through this cane by sanding it, so I'm taking that beige paint and I'm gonna paint the caned portions. Now I'm all done with my beige paint, and once this was dry, I put some delicate painter's tape on here because I'm going to paint the rest of this frame black. I think the number one question I get the most about my sprayer is how easy is it to clean, and it is extremely easy to clean. The nozzle comes completely off the motor, so you don't have to worry about getting water or anything in there, and this whole portion can be taken apart and completely submerged in water. You just get some warm soapy water, a little brush, and you can get in all the crevices, and I can get it clean in 5 minutes, which is honestly way faster than cleaning a paintbrush. So now that I've got it cleaned, I'm going to move on to my black paint. This is the same paint, it's silk. It's that all-in-one that has a little bit of a top coat in it, thinned it out, have my settings the exact same, and I am going to start spraying the rest of this frame black. The benefit of using a sprayer is that it's going to go a lot faster. This work is going to go a lot faster. I find that it's about 10 times faster than using a regular paintbrush. I know I have it kicked into double time here, but it took me about 4 minutes to spray this little magazine holder. And if I was doing it by hand, it probably would have taken 40 minutes. And honestly, when you use a sprayer, the coverage is just so much better. I ended up having to do only one coat on here. I pulled this tape off right away because I was very excited to see what this is going to look like. And I can't wait to show it to you later in the video all styled. Okay, the whole reason I went thrift hunting in the first place was for a chair exactly like this. And this was the first thing that I found, and it worked. It was in working condition and it was $6. It's a solid oak chair and it looks just like a style they sell on Pottery Barn, and I knew if I painted this black it was going to be stunning. Since I'm using a furniture paint, I am just cleaning off my surface. I'm going to rinse it with some water and then I'm going to give it a scuff sand. This particular paint really likes to be scuff sanded before you paint it on, and then I'm going to wipe back all that dust. If you have ever painted chairs by hand, you know what a nightmare they are. I used to do commissioned work for clients and I've done a lot of dining sets, and it got to a point where chairs was the first thing that I started turning work down because it took so long. But that was before I knew how to use a sprayer. And I'm telling you, once you spray a chair, you are never going to go back. It is so easy. I like starting it with it flipped over like this so I can get everything underneath. And you guys, just getting the spindles done, it's so easy, it's so smooth. And you know how I said, using a sprayer is 10 times faster than painting by hand? I think when it comes to chairs, it's probably 20 times faster. And another feature I want to highlight about the Flexio 3500, in case you have one of their earlier models, is that this one is 10% lighter than their previous models. I used to have a 2500, and this one I definitely get less hand fatigue with. So I know I'm cheating that I only have one chair today, but that's all that they had in there. But if they would have had a set of 6 of these, I would have painted them all and put them in my kitchen for sure. Next up, I got this $6 lantern. It's a little outdoor lantern, and I like the shape, but I didn't really like the metallic edging on it. So I think this is going to look really great black. You can find a lot of these for, cheap or expensive online. So I'm just going to give it a little bit of an elevated look, and I'm using that same black paint. Really easy. Just going to spray this all with the Wagner sprayer. That one is super quick and all done. And now I have another really cool vase that I found. But again, I was not a huge fan of the color finish on it. And honestly, for $10, this was way too expensive. You can actually get these for pretty cheap. I found where you can get 2 vases for $30. So this is definitely not my biggest deal here, but it's still sustainable. And I'm keeping this out of the landfill. And I made a very clumsy mistake here when I was scuff sanding this. It fell and the top shattered off, and I thought I was going to be devastated because I spent the most money on this item, but it was a really happy mistake because it looked a lot better this way without that long snout on it. So I just sanded that down so nobody would cut themselves on that top, wiped back all that dust, and then used the turntable again to spray this and get in all those nooks and crannies. Okay, home stretch for my final budget makeover thrift flip. I always like to hit up the framed art section, and I found this nice big frame for $8, and I'm going to try to do a textured umber portrait wall hanging here. So I'm starting with that spackle again. I just have this. There are lots of different mediums you could use to do this, but again, I like this stuff because I have it and it's pink, and so I'm gonna know when it's dry. So I'm just putting this on with a tile spreader, getting it all over the canvas evenly, and I'm just making those track marks all over really randomly, really sporadically. I just want a lot of nice yummy texture, and to speed this drying process along, I grabbed my Wagner Furno, and that helped it dry a lot faster. This is what it looks like dry, and I'm ready to paint it. I have a ton of umbered colored paint left over from my famous closet that I got lots of negative comments about this color, but it's really on trend, guys, and it's earthy and it's beautiful, and it goes with my home decor color scheme. So I'm gonna love having a piece of artwork colored this beautiful umber color. This is just a standard wall paint that I used on my closet walls, and since this is spackle, it went on really nice. I didn't thin it out at all. I just turned my power setting up just a few notches to a number 7, and it sprayed really beautifully and evenly. Those are all my thrift flips, so I'm going to style everything up and show you my budget home decor makeovers. So here we have the basket, the chair, the lamp, and the vase, and how sophisticated do these look? I am just in shock with how fun these turned out. And I'll give you the rundown just in case you don't remember the befores, but here is the $10 vase. I added some stems to it as well. Then we have the $8 lamp that I got, and I love the new finish on here and all the yummy texture. Then we have that beat up chair with the gorgeous shape. Look at this. I wish they had more of these. This just turned out perfect. It's like, it looks like it was made to be black all along. And then we have this basket. I just love the new color on this. The natural Pottery Barn color looks so good. Okay, we have a few more items to go. So the new home for this painting is going to be over my fireplace. It's really going to pop on this white wall and white mantle. And this coffee table is going to be a perfect place for this made over basket, as well as the black lantern. And I'm not quite sure where I'm going to put this little magazine holder yet, but it looks really cute by the fireplace, and I just styled it up with a couple of books. Everything looks so cute in my living room. I love it. And in case you forgot, here is the $6 lantern and the $2 vase before, and here's what they look like after. So beautiful. And then the little magazine holder I got for $5 that had definitely seen better days. It looks almost brand new. And then lastly, we have my $8 art that I have now made into a custom umber textured art piece. I hope you guys enjoyed these thrift flips. Please let me know down in the comments which one is your favorite. Mine is definitely the black chair. I will be back with another video soon, you guys, and I will see you then.